Hello everybody. This is Mr. MMW and I'm back to you with another episode from my tutorial series. A couple of important things have happened, but let us go over what happened last turn before we take on them. So, in the air, pretty bad coordination from my G3Ms caused me to lose some planes. But the allies also lost quite a bit of planes on the ground in Changsha and in Malacca. We did lose 11 pilots, which is not nice, including, but not limited to, our first ace, this poor guy Koizumi H. Poor guy. I even wanted to send him to the TRACOM after I captured the Singapore. No can do. On the sea, we lost a couple of ships due to unfortunate accidents. And the allies lost quite a bit more. Yeah, of course, every turn they report the California. But I'm quite sure that because they are reporting it so much, it hasn't actually sunk. Perfect logic, I know. Finally, the Marblehead is dead. Yeah? Yeah. Alfred Gregg. Some tankers and some destroyers. That's very nice. On the ops report, I took a look, not really much. Oh yeah, the Atago took a torpedo. I'll show you the damage. Unfortunately, we recovered the pilot. Very nice. And some devices. Very nice. Upgraded for these guys. The Atago I unfortunately do not think will survive. You can also see a lot of my conversions. And that's pretty much it. Our landings were successful. And here is the Atago. The poor girl didn't stand a chance. She took another torpedo. She is very close to the port, and I thought she had an escort. She did not, for some reason. I'm sending it, but if the pumps fail one more time, I do not think she will make it. Unfortunate. Let's switch over to the commander's report, if I can find it. Hold on a second, Jesus Christ. There you go. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so last turn I forgot to add this, but the 21st Air Flotilla also arrived in Rabaul. The 38th Division departed, and some fuel. Not much else. This turn, unfortunately, I do not think this will happen. It will need to happen next turn. And I actually same with this. My ships didn't quite arrive in time, and they need some repairs. But the other cruiser division has arrived in Saigon. It will need also repairs, but again this will happen next turn. And the Kido Butai is also in repairs and needs aircraft replacements. And I put some new pilots. We are unfortunately completely out, almost completely out of veteran pilots. This is meaning a reserve, in the reserve, that is. Meaning that we cannot really take gigantic losses. So I do not think we will. But the quality will start dropping from this point forward. There we go. Anything else happened? Ah yes, of course. Here's something that I did. I wanted to do a little calculation. because the fundamental question, how much heavy industry do you need to expand at the beginning of the game, you know? And the answer very simply is, if you capture India, you don't need any. So functionally, right, I noted that Japan needs to reach 8,000 heavy industry. This is the sustainable heavy industry number for Japan. This is how much fuel Japan can produce. This is how much it can realistically consume before it will eventually run out. So 8,000 is the right amount. You start with 7,000. You need 1,000 to expand, but you will also capture some stuff. Like, I calculated every single base that Japanese are more than likely to conquer, and it comes to 247. But yeah, therefore, if you only capture this, you will need to expand 753 heavy industry to reach this amount. This does not include repairs. If you conquer India, however, this is Calcutta, and this is that base north of Calcutta, I think. There's also Medan, but I ignored that because together it's more than 1,000. Meaning that if you capture Calcutta and you land in India, generally, you do not need to expand even a single bit of heavy industry, because you will have more than plenty generated there, and you will be, of course, lacking fuel to transport eventually, and you will be limited to how much fuel you need. So this is the target of 30k fuel per day. This is including the fuel production and the fuel consumption both for industry and for the fleet. So per month is 900,000 and per year is 10 million, right? You know, do some calculations, you know, with the bases that produce oil. Palembang has 1,000 oil centers, and you can calculate from there. This is pretty much all I wanted to show. One tiny change is that I think I'm gonna produce 2 lines of Nels, and I'm gonna remove 1 line of Jakes. Yeah, this is pretty much it, I think, so that you do not need to achieve 150 but 180, that HE33s. There you go. On to more pressing matters. Let's go back to the game. And you can see here. Yeah. Oh, actually no, I did send the cruiser task force to Rabaul. Ah, I forgot. These guys still are not done, and our troops over here are still not done. I have also, if you have not been watching the discussion we have been having in the Discord, and or you're watching this later, you might be wondering about something I mentioned last turn. Why did we take more casualties in Bataan than in Clark Field? And I have found out the answer. Allow me to demonstrate. This is the Battle of Bataan that we had last time. And as you can see, the forces that the Americans had were much less than in Clark Field. Yet, when we look at the casualties, hold on. Did I not download it? I think I did not download it, unfortunate. We can look at it in game though. Combat report. Set Singapore. This is at Manilla. Any day now. This is at Bataan, and the first turn was even worse. Yeah, this is actually the better turn, simply because we did not have a great result. Whatever the case, there is a reason for this. So technically, if you look at the terrain, how do you tell the terrain? Yes. So this is the jungle rough. I'm blind. Okay. In any case, this is ×3 defensive terrain. This is ×2. Yet this is a more defensive tile than this. How is this possible? Well, I shall show you. Turn off the game and boot up the editor. You did not see this coming. Well, allow me to show you something. Where is it? Hello? If I could only find it. This text editor is not the greatest. Yeah. Manilla. Oh. No. Wahoo. Here you go. So, take a look at this. This is in Manilla. This is the coastal defense unit in Manilla. And you might notice something here. Forts. Fort level of 9. And they spawn in the game with this. This is of course not normal. This is not the tile forts. This is the unit entrenchment. Alright. And this is of course not natural. The game just spawns with this and you cannot move this and you cannot remove it. I mean, I guess you can if you just do this. Right, but... Right. And you take a look at the constitution of these forces. You see? Quite a lot of coastal defense guns. Especially these big ones. For some reason, I took a look. Only weapons, I guess, equipment that has over a certain number of anti-soft value is counted in the AV of a unit. So even though this unit has a ton of stuff, 16 12-inch guns, the AV of the unit itself was only 8, and this is these things, and every single one of these is 1 AV, even though they do like 100 or something anti-soft damage, which is like the equivalent of, I don't know, 10 or 20 infantry squads, something like this. Yeah. And you can see there are quite a lot of guns here, and every single one of these has level 9 forts. So essentially what the Japanese have to do is destroy the fort level of 9 for every single one of these 8 and 16 and 14 12-inch guns. And take a guess who's gonna do that. Infantry units. And take a guess which will win between any coastal defense gun and some guys with bayonets running at them. Right? So this is the fundamental reason. The Subic Bay, this is the unit in Clark, and they also have only fort level of 7, so it's much easier. And they have very few guns, only 4 and 2 coastal guns, some smaller guns. But this is why you take much more casualties, even though once you knock down the forts, right, every single battle you'll go from 9 to 8 to 7 to 6, right? And let's say when it gets to 2 or so, you can actually do a lot more damage than you could in Clark Field. Yet obviously, You need to have many battles for this, and this is why we could not capture it last turn. Same, by the way, for the... What is it? I'm blind. What can you do? There's also a Marine regiment in Bataan. I forget which one it is. And that one has level 5 forts. You're just gonna have to trust me on this, alright? Ah, yeah, I know how to show you. This one. Yes. This one. The Fort Marine Regiment. And they start with level 5 forts. So you need to knock them down, which is again unnatural. So you need to knock them down to 4, and then to 3, and then to 2, and then they're gonna start taking damage. That's why they took so little damage, while others, like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, they took a lot of damage. There you go. And they don't have any special TOE, they're just a regiment. Allow me to also show you something else. Where is it? I need to start up again. Close this. Show this. Yes, this is the tracker. We take a look at the devices. Allied. Let me take a look at the IDs for these things. Manilla. And so the 14-inch guns, the ID is 1148. Let's take a look at this. 1148. Take a look. Anti-soft of 75. So I guess this 70 maybe is the soft amount that is the minimum. And you can see they are less good than a equivalent gun from the army. Alright, but they're still very good. And they have armor of 600. And unless you have an anti-armor of equivalent, I don't actually know how much you need to knock this armor down, right? Oh, sorry, this one. Yes, also 600. It takes a while, that's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, take a look at this army unit. They have... this is a 6-inch gun, artillery, yeah, but they have 0 armor. And a bunch of other things have 0 armor. Yeah, you can see it's actually the most defensive thing in the entire game. Take a look at this. Yeah, so it makes perfect sense why a bunch of Japanese infantry units cannot destroy it. If you take a look at Japan, look, an 8-inch gun of a heavy cruiser could not pen it. Only 16-inch and 18-inch guns. I'm actually curious, what about mortars? What about artillery? Not even the 30-centimeter howitzers would pen it. Oh, actually, this is the pen, sorry. Not the anti-armor, the pen. I'm dumb. Apparently the 24 centimeters are even better. Okay. If we take a look at all the pen, of course the tokas and torpedoes. And yeah, these guys can certainly pen. Torpedoes again. And some coastal defense guns. More okas. Or, excuse me, radar? Radar has pen? Well, this game works in mysterious ways, but I hope you learned something from this. Because essentially what we have to do is just knock our heads against the wall. That is Bataan. And considering, if you take a look at the last attack, where was it? This was at Singapore. Singapore does not have such a thing. If you take a look, they have the no, I don't even think they have much in the way of coastal defense guns. So not even. But if we take a look at Bataan, we knocked out quite a few guns. Yeah. And we only need them disabled. We don't need them destroyed. Meaning that, frankly, I do not think there is much left of them. But at the same time, our troops really need rest. So I'm gonna rest both these guys and these guys for a turn. Take a look. And I'm gonna attempt it next turn. Besides that, not much. Save the game. And press play. Sorry that it took so long to get this done, but there you go. Everything showing alright? Okay. Let me close some tabs. Oh, wow. That was interesting. One of our subs, torpedoes and AVP. Okay, waste of torpedoes. Hopefully... Oh yeah, and the 21st Division arrived in Rabaul. Oh. Soon enough they will be able to make their way towards... what is it called? Port Moresby. Here's some more AKLs and an AP. Thankfully we intercepted it on its way towards Port Moresby. Casualties, thank you very much. Another destroyer. We put a torpedo into it, amazing. Oh, and once again, very nice. Hope they sink. Here's a very nice coordination on the airfield of Changsha. I do not think I'm gonna bomb the manpower or the industry, because I think I'm gonna capture it. But there must not be very many aircraft left. And I also doubt that they have many base forces over here. So I think soon enough we can transfer our fighters from here maybe to here to sweep over here. Or maybe even north to Kaifeng. We will see. I do not know where a lot of the Chinese fighters are, unfortunately. Same with the Flying Tigers. Oh, they put a bomb in us. Oof, and it goes down. Here is some more dogfights from the 64th squad. Kind of a bad result, but we do have some bombers there. Oh, and apparently the Marblehead did not sink. But now she certainly did. But we cannot hit anything else. There you go, there are our fighters here. Supposedly quite a bit of aircraft here. This is where the wildebeests went. But they do not have torpedoes anymore, because they are here. Oh yeah, now that's a good result. That's a very good result. Some Hudsons, interesting. More bet is missing. Here is our division landing here. The second division. They are getting in place. Soon enough I will transfer everything in Kendari to there. Kendari is just a stop base, but we need our zeros to sweep over and to be able to bomb Java. If possible, I would also like to just... I would have liked to do that first instead of making a stop in Kendari, but we just couldn't. It was too risky. And this guy is die very well. I should have attacked here, but I was too cowardly, and these guys are knocked off to Yan'an. These guys on the road here, we naturally beat them. This guy is going to Changsha. That is very nice, and we even destroy a unit. Oh, and we crossed the river into Temulo. They do have one good brigade. Let's see what we do. We have one good regiment, but we do have some more artillery. And just so you know, every single time you see one of these RF battalions, they are anti-tank. That's how the Japanese call their anti-tank. I don't know, rifle. I don't know what RF stands for, but there you go. So if you meet, say, an American what do you call it, armor division, you really need to concentrate every single one of these battalions there, which you will soon enough. That is very nice. We knocked them into Kuala Lumpur, and they once we capture Malacca, we will have opened this railroad. Do not let the allies hold Tamulo while you capture Singapore. Here we capture Osthaven. That is nice. We take Sidati. Please surrender. They do not. I absolutely hate them. I hate them. Okay. And that's in Cebu. I even reinforced them a little. You see, this is gonna be the garrison here. We still do not win. A full division. In Manila? Okay. In Manila also, you notice they do not have any postal guns. So it is very much not a defensive town. Do not defend in Manila, if at all possible. So in Singapore, you notice they only have 1 and 2 brigades that still have strength. So next turn, it will be GG for them. It's also very nice to get rid of these guys. Always nice to get rid of HQs. And we arrive here, not with our entire force though. And they shock attack us at Amoy. This is not nice. I will need to reinforce this. Yeah. Oh, they capture Amoy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Holy moly. It was a fort level 4. 10 to 1. We had bad morale, apparently. Not nice at all. But I guess we can do some coastal bombardment. I guess that's nice. Same at Fuzhou. I think, yeah, I'm gonna rebase one of my cruiser divisions here and just do round trips of bombardment here and here. Because these guys are very annoying. Unbelievable. Nah. Okay, we can skip this a little. Come on now. We take that base next to Manilla. Very nice. During the night, not much sub activity. Oh, speaking of which. Very nice. Another torpedo into a very nice transport ship. With troops. Would have been nice if we had more bombs. Or torpedoes, I mean. But they will certainly have to sit in port for a while. This one is at Ayan, Makassar. Just one destroyer. I do have escorts. Unlike some other players, I do escort my convoys. And very nice, they have to back off. Low. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So that was a damaged St. Louis, presumably from Pearl Harbor. Man, these submarines. Watch them. No. Thankfully, they did not get a hit. Okay. The swordfish. I have had enough swordfishes for a lifetime. Two tankers hit in Palembang. Very nice. And once again, our zeros are nowhere to be found. Oh, amazing. Motor torpedo boat, just my favorite. We are bombing here because we are moving into here. No, nothing in the shape of a cap over here, okay. That's okay. Neither here. Some Blenheims on the ground. I do wonder, I'm not that big of an allied player, so I don't really know how many of these aircraft they have. I know they don't get many replacements, but I wonder just how many can I, you know, kill before I know there are none left. They drop bombs. Why? Oh, the Dominion Monarch is still here, but our 3 squads of G4Ms cannot do a decent job. I am not very impressed with their performance. First raid out of Rangoon. landing over here, and I am transporting all of my SNF stuff to Rabal in order to prepare the invasion of Fort Moresby. Here's the shock attack at Changchou. They have 1, 2 good Chinese cores, a bunch of damaged cores, so it is very nice to take them out. And we have like 2000 AV, so this is the joke of a battle. Yeah. Any day now, come on. And they retreat into Loyang, which is very nice because that is exactly where our cauldron is, and tons of stuff destroyed. Very nice. We do suffer mostly disabled stuff. Almost 11k dead. Mostly dead. Yeah, they are not long for this world. But that isn't actually a lot of stuff, which is worrying. We do cross over here. They are going to Kokong. Yeah. At Cebu we try again and we fail again. At Makassar we have landed. They don't have much. And they suffer casualties from bombarding us, okay. They have not actually bombarded us at Manilla, at Bataan I mean, which is interesting. Yeah, presumably they're either out of supply or out of artillery. Either case, it is a very good thing for us. And that's it. A relatively short episode. Next turn, we are going to capture what is rightfully ours. Yeah, we are simply gonna do that. This is very annoying. I even had a mine layer here. Yeah. Pretty good number in the air, and supposedly some ships sunk. Not a horrible thing, and thankfully the Atago seems to have survived. He did indeed, and she went in instantly into pier side. That's interesting. Why does it show? Hold on. Oh. No, it's red. Never mind. Okay, that's pretty much it for the turn. Perhaps soon enough we shall have a different game also being played. You will see some more information about that in the near future though. So thank you for watching and see you next time.